Chrysler. How's everybody doing this morning? Welcome, Pretty Cat. Welcome, Orlando Campbell. Welcome, Diamond Fox. And Smappy Smalladays. Mary Chrysler. Let me tell you, this stream was almost 0.3 seconds away from being canceled. But, by golly, I just had to spread the Christmas cheer. So yeah, my webcam I got going on, it's an iPhone using a program called Irium or whatever, Irinan, I don't know what it's called. And it can be pretty laggy because for some reason my iPhone can only connect to my computer via Wi-Fi and not through the cord I have it plugged into. And I couldn't figure out how to fix that before the stream today. So it might be a little laggy. The stream's going to be kind of short, though. We're just going to be building this one set, and then I'm going to hop off because, not going to lie, I'm kind of addicted to Vintage Story right now and really want to play it. But yeah, after today's stream, not streaming tomorrow, not streaming during the weekend, but on Monday we're going to get back to the regularly scheduled programming. On Monday, we're going to have another Warhammer stream because I'll get some pics for it tomorrow, or for the Monday stream, but I fully 3D printed out one of the sets I've made custom a long time ago for my sister, and it turned out really awesome. So I am more confident in the second one I have planned. So we're going to do that second one on stream on Monday. That's what's going to be happening, and probably on Wednesday too. And it's probably finally happening to me. The Warhammer bug. Because I also got Warhammer Darktide. And goddamn, is that game good. So I'm thinking we do Blender on Monday and Wednesday, and then just play Warhammer games on Friday. So we have a whole Warhammer week. Heck, we might play a bit of Darktide on both Monday and Wednesday too, just to end off the stream, because it's really, really fucking fun. But yeah, all next week is planned. By the way, do I sound any different because I got a pop filter for Christmas? You could probably still hear it if I did that, but whatever. Also, please donate to this stream because I know this music, it says it's got no copyright on it, but I know it's just going to get nuked. We're going to get nuked, everybody. Alright, but let's try this out. Let's see. Main desktop. La la la. Here we are. That's me. This is my face. A hand. See, it's already quite laggy, so let me see something. Yeah, it's not. Okay, whatever. It's gonna be laggy every once in a while. We're just gonna have to deal with it for this stream. But here's what we're building today. The Lunar Lander. Yeah. Oh, man, you know what I should have done? I also have the ISS of this creation. I should have had that in the background. I'll get it next time, whatever. But yeah, here's what we're doing. I've got all my shit sorted in little buckets to make this nice and easy. I did, however, realize I think I'm missing some pieces, but that might just be me miscounting. But we'll see. If I am missing some pieces and I just straight up can't finish this set, I do have some other smaller sets I can jump in on, like a Tron bike or an orange car. But yeah. Let's do it. I'm excited. And these creator these creator sets, ow, these right here, they always have some pretty cool history stuff whenever you're getting into them. As soon as my computer will show me. Yeah, whatever. Skip all the boring history bullshit. I'm here to build Legos. Are you kidding me? Whoa. What's this sexy Christmas song? Thank Jesus. This sucks. There we go. Alright. Let's get started. Let me see if I can edit this angle a bit. Holy fuck, this is laggy. Nope. Don't need a Dutch angle. There we go. Alright, well. Here we go. First of all, put our men together. We're gonna get this done so quick you don't understand. I'm a fucking Lego fiend, man. Man. I chose this set because, like I said, I already have the ISS, which is, you know, International Space Station. I have the ISS, I have this one, and I have the Saturn rocket, which I need to all put together for my, like, space collection. And then I have a bunch of Star Wars, of course. And I think eventually, especially after I get my camera fixed here, it's very laggy, I'm sorry, but we're gonna deal with it. And if a kitty visits us, or two, I will put out the kitty on. Because even now, even while I'm back, Mr. Kyle still hasn't shown his damn face on the stream. Little punk-ass boy. Mr. Nick has been all over the camera. He is not camera shy. He's soaking up the attention. I hope everybody had a good Christmas. I hope I have given everyone ample time to open up presents with their family. Before now getting to go into a comatose state due to either getting up too early, dealing with children, or eating too many wonderful sweets. Oh, hell yeah. My family has a very awesome and very wonderfully convenient tradition of doing Christmas towards the middle of December and the beginning of December, so that me and my fiance can visit and we can open our presents and have our quote-unquote Christmas before everybody else starts traveling at the end of the month. So I've already had my Christmas. I've already got all my gifts. I've already seen all my family. And now all we have to do is just chill. Chill. And look for jobs, because that's what I'm going to be doing on Tuesday, is continuing the job hunt. Bam. Platform. I gotta just, oh my goodness. It looks like we got a kitty delivery. Mr. Cobb, come here. Stop lagging. Come on. Holy fuck, why? This is ridiculous. Whatever. If kitty comes up, he comes up. Oh, he already left. He's already sick of me. already done with one thing. Oh my gosh, this camera is ridiculous. Come on. I'm going to do some troubleshooting. You guys are going to be blind for a moment. Look at the cute kitty. There. Okay, so if I restart the app, it does get a little bit better. I'll do that every once in a while. Okay, yeah, manageable, manageable. Let's full screen that again, because that didn't seem to do anything for us. This is how my vision is when I'm on narcotic. So, this must be a very immersive stream for you then.
On the first day of Christmas, my true love gave to me a partridge.
Okay, enough of this.
On the second
Let's
day
do...
of Christmas, my true love gave to me two turtle doves and
We're going back to the RuneScape music. This is too Christian for me.
Christmas, my true love gave to me three French hens, two turtle doves, and a partridge in a pear tree. On the fourth day of Christmas, my true
One
love
moment.
gave to
There it
me.
is. Shut the fuck up. Get the classics on. Okay. We are lagging again. I'm going to try to restart it one more time. I dumped out the wrong thing. Hold on. I busted out the wrong thing. Hold on. Oh, fuck. Fuck. It's a disaster. It's fine. There we go. There we go. Cool. Right now, we are just working on the little platform for our lunar lander. Beautiful. Gotta do this twice. See if I can remember how to do it without looking back at the instructions. Don't do that when building Lego. That's the fastest way to mess up, is to go back. Is to do the repeated steps without going back. I'm just a pro, so I can handle it. Thank you very much. I have the UCS Millennium Falcon. I know what I'm doing. Look at this. Platform. Platform spaces. Platform. 9 3/4. Now we make the border pretty. Wait a minute. Time to restart the app again. Whoa. We're green. Why are we green? Oh. Why are we green? There. Starting the app again. Does matter where these go. Allegedly. No, I'm just trying to fill out the border. Has anybody seen the new Avatar yet? I haven't gone to it yet. I'm seeing it in 2 days. And I'm making sure to see it at 9 a.m. So I don't, you know, sit in the theater for 4 hours and it's 2 a.m. by the time I get out. Put on the short sticks. Yeah. Apollo 11. Awesome. Wonderful. Okay, next we are... Okay, I'm doing this correctly. Yes. No. Yes. Yes. That'll get to, not yet. Just wait for streaming. I got $45 in AMC cards for Christmas, which is awesome, by the way. But unfortunately, the person giving it to me did not know that we were a Cinemark household. So we're like, fuck, $45 for a movie theater we're not going to go to. And then I said, I've got just the idea. I went ahead and bought all of me and my friends' tickets to Avatar with this money. And believe it or not, $45 does not cover 5 people for 3D showing. In fact, it only covers half. My fucking movie tickets were $100 total. Jesus. Movies are crazy. 3D movies are crazy. But it's worth it. To chill with the pals. And also to get rid of those AMC cards because I fucking hate going to AMC. I mean, it's not true. It's kind of a case-by-case basis when it comes to the theaters. But we've had a lot of bad luck with AMC theaters lately. We got the Cinemark app. Because we're a bunch of consumer Kyles. Put on the big fat plate. Oh yeah. Nice flat. We lagging again? Music's a tad loud, you got it. Thank you, I'm on it. Music. Die. Here, hold on. I'm actually gonna turn it down for me, too, because I can't freaking think. Okay, I lowered it just a tiny bit. Let me know if it needs to be more. I forgot to put this in. Where did it go? Right here. Platform. Coming along. And this one. Classic lyrics. Also, I've got back into animating. I still haven't, forgotten about my latest animation. I'm working on basically what the animation is. Spoiler, but not really. It doesn't really have any story. The new animation does not have any story. It's just a music video. I'm on the hardest shot right now, which entails animating 5 different characters at the same time on the same scene, all playing different instruments. But then after I finish this one shot, it's smooth sailing. And I'll be able to crank out shots left and right. I'll post another preview today too. I need to. I've made a lot more progress than just the 2 shots I've shown on my Tumblr. Floor. Stick them in there. These. Where are we put this dang old piece? I think like right here. Yes. I think so. I'll just stick my nose in there. We also, while I was in Texas with my fam and my fiance, we watched a bunch of really good movies. And some really bad ones, honestly. Ow, fuck! We watched, let's see, what did we watch in order? We watched On the Plane, Caught Stealing, which is a really cool indie film that made $0 when it came out and no one saw it. It's got the dude who played Elvis in that new Elvis movie. He's kind of everywhere now. I forgot his name. But he was also in Dune Part 2. It's just like a little crime movie. It's a crime movie where everyone is in over their heads, and that's kind of always a funny, entertaining time. That was good, and then Austin Butler, that's it. Yeah, I like Austin Butler a lot. He's cool. I hope he's cool IRL. Because he's a really, really cool actor. We watched that. What else? We watched Deadpool 2 and Deadpool and Wolverine because we have to watch it for the new Avengers, okay? We had to. We had to do our Marvel homework. I watched Deadpool 1 a long time ago. It was annoying and I hated it. Deadpool 2 is surprisingly good. It's still got some cringy moments in it, but it's directed by the guy who made John Wick. So, he's not particularly a funnier director than the director of the first movie, which is Tim Miller, who made Love, Death, and Robots, which he is the most Reddit-pilled, cringe-lord 50-year-old of a director ever. He's so unfunny, and he makes so many comedies, including Love, Death, and Robots. When it tries to be funny, it really isn't funny. I do not like Tim Miller as a comedic director. He's a good action director, and he directed one of my favorite short films of the early 2000s, Rockfish, which is on YouTube, and you should look it up. It's very dated, but it's really cool. And he does Blur Studios, which is awesome. So I like everything he does, except when he tries to be funny. When he tries to be funny, he's very, very annoying. So yeah, they replaced that director with the director of John Wick. So all the action scenes were way better. It was way better shot. It's still a little bit cringy, but the story was actually pretty enjoyable. And then fucking Deadpool 3. God. Deadpool and Wolverine is a horrible, horrible film where nothing happens except for references. And it's directed by... So, yeah, all three of the Deadpool movies have different directors. The first one's Tim Miller. The second one is David Lee H. I don't know how to say his name. I only know how it's spelled. And then the third one is Sean Levy, who's the guy who did fucking... Shazam Fury. No, he didn't. What did he do? He's done Night at the Museum and a bunch of other stupid kids bullshit that is also unfunny. He did Free Guy, the Reddit movie. So if you think about it, he's kind of perfect for a Deadpool movie. And it was worse than the first one, the third movie. It is so... There's so little that happens, and every single joke is not funny. But now the Wolverine is in the MCU, so everybody's happy. Yay. No one cares about fucking MCU except for me. Except for me and a bunch of other losers. Oh, fuck! I dropped a piece on my dick. Where'd it go? Hold on. There's my piece. There's my penis. God damn it, I dropped it again. Okay. There it is. Also, expect some new upgrades to the stream soon. I got a pop filter, as I mentioned earlier. I also got a green screen, which I probably won't have set up by the next stream. So I can show myself more without showing my room. I also got a stream deck, is what I think they're called. But it's basically a little... like console of like buttons that I can program to do certain things on my computer, like switching the scenes out or whatever on my screen, or a bunch of other stuff. That's not really exciting for you guys, it's just very convenient for me. And I might be able to do some more fun stuff with that, like, you know, I can like program it to play sounds, or I was thinking of maybe I could put my little PNG character on the right, and I could control the way they look with this Stream Deck easily without alt-tabbing. At that point, I should really just get a VTuber, but I'm not there yet. Dude, I really should get a VTuber. That would be so fucking funny. Ah! Oh, almost done with the boring part. And also, by the time I get, you know, I start working on this camera situation, I need to figure out. So I downloaded like 3 different programs that were all like, use your iPhone as a webcam. But for some reason, getting my iPhone to connect via USB to my computer is a lot more difficult than it seems. Right now it's connected to my computer via Wi-Fi, so that's why there's this going on. But as soon as I figure that out, then it should be fine. So here we go, look at that. The lunar surface. Where? Okay, let's put that aside. Let's put our boys on here. Sorry, bro. Sorry, Neil. Boys. The boys. Look at them. Look at how blurry they are. Can I focus this? No, but I can freeze it. Here, hold on. We gotta refocus. Oh, wow. I love Owen Wilson. Did you know Owen Wilson's a Texan? Hell yeah. Texas legend. All right, now to actually construct the lunar lander. Okay, I think this is the first one. This is just a stupid tangent I'm gonna go on, but I still fuck. I still can't believe. 1 minute. I still can't believe Owen Wilson and Wes Anderson are from Texas and went to the same fucking college in Texas. Because Wes Anderson is the most European man I've ever seen in my life, and he's a Texan. Nuts. All right. 4 times. Sticky. God, I fucking love Legos. I love Legos, but I'm literally never, ever going to buy more ever in my life ever again. Because you know what? My collection is complete. After I bought that UCS Millennium Falcon for $800 fucking when I had an actual job, I was like, okay, I'm done. And now, it's because I guess that was my crowning achievement as a Lego builder, was to build the UCS Millennium Falcon. which was, at the time, the most expensive LEGO set ever created. But now, of course, in our year of 2025, the year of inflation, there's a new LEGO set. And it's $1,000. And it's a fucking playset. Who cares? It's basically like a vertical slice of the Death Star, where a bunch of different scenes from the original trilogy, I think, are playing out inside the, like, cross-section. Which is kind of cool, but is not $1,000 worth cool. Also, playsets. Playsets are not... I'm not gonna be the be-all end-all judge of what should and shouldn't be an Ultimate Collector's Edition, but a playset is not a very good move marketing-wise, because kids who play with Legos aren't buying the Ultimate Collector sets, okay? It's for the man-children. The ones that have careers. But whatever. Lego's got their whales. I'm sure it's already made a bunch of money. Ow. My head. My brain. What other movies did I watch while on break? I watched the Deadpools. What else did we watch? Maybe that was it. We watched most of the John Wick Ballerina prequel, sequel, spin-off thing on the plane. We didn't get to finish it because we were landing. But I'm going to take a wild guess and say she shoots someone at the very end. That one was pretty good from what I saw of it, which was like 90% of the movie. We're basically on the final climactic action scene. Again, pretty good, but I'm starting to notice that I'm starting to get like, haven't seen that one either. No one saw it. It was a total flop. It made $0. But I'm starting to, I wouldn't say I'm starting to figure this out, but my brain is definitely starting to figure out how thin the story can be in some of these action movies. Like, most of the time, when it comes to an action movie, as long as it's got, like, a theme, and it's got a theme and it just keeps moving forward, I'm fine, but when I'm starting to see, like, the pattern in action movies, like, okay, then this scene has to happen, and then this scene has to happen, and then this scene has to happen. So I think my brain is starting to want more from these action movies. A piece, but I will come back to it because it doesn't look that important. Yeah, okay, cool. Stick them. We gotta stick them on the donut. Let's see if we can. Taking your eyes away for a moment. Sorry, chat. No eyes. Ow. There we go. These. Oops. Ow, fuck. As you can tell, I'm not used to this setup. Maybe we'll play some Vintage Story on stream too. That's how my brain has been in every movie since probably 2019. Yeah. as soon as you start seeing enough and you start going into your 30s, you know, you start to notice patterns, or your brain. I keep saying I start to notice patterns, and it makes me sound a lot smarter than I think I am. I promise that's not the case. My brain is noticing these patterns. I'm not. You're fucking moving and grooving. Where is it? Here it is. Wow, look at that. I don't know what that fucking is. It's something. I really, everything seems so formulated, which is why I really don't watch million movies. They're all formulated stuff. Not all of them, but a lot of them are, yes. If you want to see a movie that completely goes in a completely different direction from where you think it starts by the end of the film, check out 28 Years Later. Check out 28 Years Later. Check out all of the 28 movies, 28 Days and 28 Weeks, because they're pretty solid. 28 Weeks is kind of just a stupid action movie, but 28 Days is really cool. 28 Years, though, is a very, very special movie, in my opinion. It's another zombie movie where the zombies kind of take a back seat towards the second half of the movie. And there's just, the characters are so fucking good. Where in the opening act, you're like, okay, this is the dad character. He's the protector. He does this stuff. He does this and that. Oh, this is the kid character. He does this and that. Oh, this is the mom character, and she's a bit crazy, and she's gonna need a little bit of help later on in the movie. But everything you're expecting to happen doesn't happen, and it goes in the completely opposite direction. Okay, so no spoilers. The mom character in this movie, she's got some kind of brain cancer that is making her very erratic and hallucinate, and it's very sad. Ow, fuck! And in the beginning of the movie, I leaned over to my fiance when we were watching it in the theater, and I was like, this bitch is gonna get everybody killed. I hope this bitch fucking dies. And by 30 minutes into the movie, because the character writing is so good. Hold on, making sure I'm doing this right. Yes. Because the character writing is so good, I'm like, nothing can happen to this mother. She needs to be protected at all times. It's just so good. I highly recommend it. And they're making another one, which comes out in half a month, which is crazy. Usually you have to wait 3 years for the sequel to stuff, but it took them only 6 months to make the sequel because they had it all already planned out. And they're super cheap to make. Another cool thing about the 28 trilogy is 28 Days Later was made in 2001, and it was the first movie to be made on digital film. So it's got this really grungy, really independent look to it, even though it's kind of a big budget movie. "28 Weeks," I don't know anything about the production of 28 Weeks. I don't know if it did anything special. But 28 Years, it also does something a little special with its filmmaking. It's all shot on iPhones. So there are some crazy shots in 28 years where since the cameraman is using an iPhone, they can get like really up in your face and get some really crazy angles. There's a couple like drone shots in the movie where they're not like average drone shots where they're usually used for like an establishing shot to get high up in the air. They have drones in the action scenes that are like face level with the actors flying past them while stuff is happening, and it is nuts to look at. It's so good. It's so good. I need to watch it again, honestly. I think I got this right. In fact, maybe I will. It's very gross, by the way. It's a very gross film. Lots of gore. But I'm into that, so who cares? Lego. I love you, Lego. I can't wait to fucking play Vintage Story after this goddamn stream's over. As much as I'm loving this, Vintage Story is also awesome. But yeah, please watch 28 Years Later. I'm also American, so a lot of the like commentary is completely lost on me, and I still enjoyed it. So if you're a British person, then you're probably going to get more out of it. I'll give it a go, as the British say. Yeah. And you can technically just watch 28 Years Later. You don't need to watch the other two. 28 Years Later is very much its own thing. Okay, now I need to make 2 of these little doodads. Okay. Where's Edge McMuffin? Damn it. Where is she? Happy holidays, Kibble! Thank you for stopping by. Please donate to the stream. Not you. Not you specifically. Talk about everybody. Only because I know it's going to get nuked for the stupid Christmas music I put on at the beginning. But whatever, I'll deal. I'm not in it for the money. Yes, I am. Yes, I am, just a little. Click. Click. I'll start showing the builds more towards the camera. Right now we're just getting all the structural stuff done, so everything's still a little abstract. Okay, how does this work? Oh, wow. Oh, wow, okay. So I'm like securing these things. Oh my god, they click in perfectly. I can't see it because it's fucking blurry, but whatever. Boom. The craziest part about these UCS sets is always the first, like, the stuff I'm doing right now, the, like, foundational stuff. It is crazy how they know how to make these stuff freaking, strategical. Or, what is it? Not strategical. Structural. You have a confession? Well, let's hear it. How long has it been since your last confession? got little factoids about the lunar lander. Here we go. Let's read the lunar lander factoid. Are you ready? The lunar lander carried both fuel and oxidizer to ignite the hypergolic fuels, since it is not possible to use fuel without an oxidizer in space. Ah, so they had to pump oxygen into the fuel to make it burn. Oh, your pal is like you got phone anxiety. Man, that's okay. I'm sorry though. But, yeah, man, I used to be kind of like that too, but you just gotta... I'm learning that it's just exposure. You know, I got my anxiety disorder. You know, I talk about it a lot every pony. But exposure is really the best cure. You just gotta do stuff you don't like over and over and over again, and soon your stupid brain will realize, whoa, I don't have to be scared of everything all the time. You're not gonna die if you pick up that phone, even though it feels like you're gonna die. That sucks. But I know how you feel. Come on. Also, no pressure for not donating. I just say it just to, you know, remind the people who have money. You know what I mean? Ay! Scared me. Lego jump scare. I'm missing another part. Maybe it will turn up later. The fuel tanks. Beautiful. Can I move this? Prepare for lag. Picking you guys up by the neck. This looks a little better. That way, I can show it in the light. That's better. Can I focus, maybe? Oh, look at that! Yeah, we've got structure. Next. Which one of these are next? Got-y. I hate that you have to get on the phone to solve a locked account issue. Doesn't that suck? I mean, I get the security reasons. You love my shirt? Thank you. It's my chicken shirt. Anxiety plus brain fog from the thyroid being wacky has made it so hard to talk to people. Yeah, I bet. It just sounds fucking tiring. But I promise you, if you get on there, it won't be as scary. The scariest part is right before you start doing the call, at least for me. That's always the worst part, and that's how anxiety is. Whenever you're anxious, when I say you, I mean me, wherever the camera is, me. Completely forgot what I was saying. I'm Lego pilled, sorry. Oh yeah, the scariest part about anything being anxious about anything is always just before you do that thing. That is always the scariest part. So you gotta realize if you can just get past that part, you're home free. Something that also helps about my anxiety, with my anxiety, I think I've mentioned this one before, is just give yourself a reward after the thing that's making you anxious is done. And if you still haven't done that thing, and you've promised yourself a reward, just think about the reward. Think about, don't think, here, I'm going to use your situation as example. I don't want to do this call because it makes me anxious. Or you can say, I want to do this call so I can get some McDonald's later. And just make the day about that McDonald's and not about the call. I.e., or the thing you're anxious about. Because a bad habit I got whenever I used to be real anxious was I could just never, if there was something coming up that bothered me, I couldn't imagine anything after that event. Like, it was world-ending to me. As soon as I realized, and you just need to think about the stuff after that event, then it kind of puts things in perspective. Then your brain's like, not that scary. Not immediately. You got to do it over and over and over and over and over, like with anything. But yeah, unfortunately, exposure. Exposure is the best medicine to anxiety. Anxiety is the best medicine to anxiety, unfortunately. That and clonidine. And trazodone. And getting a good night's sleep. Okay. Making some modules. Gotta make another. Internet seems to be having a good time over here. Oh, never mind. As soon as I said that. Did anybody watch the Game Awards? I did, and it was fucking disappointing. But it's disappointing every year. It's disappointing every year they don't show Half-Life 3. I have a feeling it's gonna be like Half-Life Alyx. They're just gonna show a trailer, and it's gonna come out in 3 months. Oh my god. Can you imagine when that fucking trailer drops for Half-Life 3? Can you imagine what's gonna happen? No, because I knew it was gonna be nothing but an Expedition 33, and I was right. Yeah, it was a Claire Obscura sweep. But nobody's at the Game Awards for the actual awards, except for the developers. I'm there for the trailers. I'm there to be advertised to, god damn it. Where's my 2x2? Where's my 2x2 plate? I need it. There it is. Ow! Told ya. Click. Click. Let me see if I can focus this a bit more. Oh, look at that. There we go. Much better. I haven't told my wife this, but I think the Warhammer bug is finally getting to me. I'm at that point where I'm just like, I'm interested in the universe. I like what I see. But I haven't, I haven't jumped on the 3-hour lore videos just yet. I'm not there. I'm not at that point. But yeah, I started playing Dark Tide, and I'm like, oh, this is cool. And then my friend who is into Warhammer, he's more into it than I am. He explained to me some of the lore, and I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. I was like, I kind of want to play a really good story in this universe now. And so now I'm looking at the Space Marine games, which I've never played before, and I've heard nothing but good things about them. So I'm probably going to get those this weekend and play those with my fiance. Because we like a good story game. Here's more progress. United States, boo! More poggers, as they say. I used to have a fucking... When I was a kid, I used to have not just a Lego collection, but a just as big Bionicle collection. And not a single day, not a single second goes by where I don't regret selling those off. God damn, were they so fucking cool. God, I love Bionicles. Bionicles was probably my first introduction to, like, science fiction. If I'm to be TBH honest. I had all 6 of the first gen Toas. All 6 of the first gen Barak. What are they called? I think they're called the Barak. And I had the Toa Novas, all 6 of them, and the legendary Takanuva. Yes, I remember his name. The legendary Golden Takanuva. Saw all the movies, all the terrible movies, which surprisingly get better as each sequel goes on. Up to 3. I've only seen the first 3. This goes right here. Stick that bad boy on there. I played the terrible, terrible first Bionicle video game, and then the not as terrible, kind of a bit of a cult classic, Bionicle Heroes, which was literally a Bionicle third-person shooter, and it was fucking sick. And it featured the coolest Bionicles, in my opinion, the Anika. The Anika were awesome because they had an All-American Reject song in their trailer. You know the one. So fucking cool. Okay, some of these parts have decals on them that I'll probably have to move around. Oh, but look at this. Okay, cool. Look at this thing. Okay, so this is supposed to be a camera that is in... I guess that's how they did it in IRL. They unfold this panel, and they got the little camera right there to take pictures. I think that's the camera that took a picture of Neil Armstrong on the moon or something. God, I love Bionicle. God, I miss Bionicle. Good thing we have Hero Factory now. Which I don't think is even still alive. Bing. Bing bong bing. Get over here. Okay, coming along. missing pieces bucket. Not actually missing pieces, like I said earlier. I was like, so like to prep for this stream, I like went through the instructions and, you know, put all these pieces into one bowl. Which, it's a lot harder to keep track of what pieces you haven't used when you're not actually building. So I had extra pieces that I put into this, you know what I mean? Whatever. So that's what I say when I say I might be missing some pieces. Like, they might just be in another bucket because I counted wrong. Whatever. Beep. Busting out a new bucket. Gotta be so fucking cool to build bionicles on stream, though. I have a reoccurring dream that I am just in Target and they just so happen to be selling the first gen Bionicles again for some reason in the same like really cool capsules they used to make. Oh man, those capsules are so cool. So I'm gonna do something. Sorry, doing stuff off screen. Keep this here. So my lovely viewers can see it. My lovely viewers. That's you. Yes. Used to stare at the capsules when a few my brother got. They're so fucking cool, man. And he just threw them away. He just fucking threw them away. But they were really cool because, like, the tops of the capsules had, like, little mounts where you could stick the little Bionicle heads on and then put the masks on those mounts. So you could fucking have a little display piece on the capsule. Another cool thing about those capsules was that it was part of the lore. They were born from those capsules. Like on the beach, that's where they woke up. In a capsule on the beach. Which is just so fucking cool for a little kid, you know? Back when toys were cool. Yeah. Toys are not cool anymore. Except for Nerf guns. Those are cool. Secretly played with them and used Barbie as damsel in distress. Hey. That's cute. I never played with Barbies as a kid because I thought I was gay. And now look at me. Now look at me. I've got... Now I play Barbie every day with my OCs. I need some L's. I need some L's, please. These L pieces. I can't really see. this. Where are these L pieces? Oh! They are not. They are not. There is no L pieces. I'm wrong. Ow! My brain! My parents brought me bar because I'm a girl. Yeah, sorry about that. My favorite toys as a kid. If you know me, you're gonna be like, a fucking course. Of course, this was their favorite toy as a kid. They're probably propaganda, but they just used to have these really nice, like, figures that were like this tall of just soldiers in like different periods of war. They would come with some really nice accessories, like different hats, lots of like boxes and stuff, and like really detailed guns. They're like this big, and they were like $15 each, and they were pretty detailed. They were my fucking favorite. I played with those so much. But yeah, no, they're definitely, no, they can't make toys like that anymore. Just a soldier with realistic guns. I need a flat 2x3. Oops. Two. This. This and this. We'll go ahead and put that in. I don't know what this is that I'm making. I think it's some kind of vent. I need a vent. Does this shit just sit in here? Oh, it just sits in here. Right? Sits in here not connected, I guess? Okay, now I'm gonna find that flat 2x2. 2x3. Got the studded 2x3s. There it is, you little hider. Gotcha, motherfucker. Let me close up shop. Click. Yeah, there's some decals on some of these plates, the gold decals. They're probably not in the right area because I'm not building this in the same order as I did last time. So we're probably going to have to move those around. But that's not a big deal. There we go. Clickities. Clickety. Do I sound any different at all, by the way, with this pop filter? I'm pretty sure it shouldn't make any significant changes. Not really expecting it to. Also, I'm not talking into it very directly. My bad. The stream will be much less scuffed when I get back to actually gaming. These on. Okay. Now we stick this on here. Wait a minute. This right? Did I do this wrong? I did this wrong. I did this one wrong. This one's upside down. Flippy flippy. There we go. Sweet. Coming along. Okay, cool. Now it's telling me to put on the decals. So let's do this correctly. This is not right. Hey. Okay, this one is right. This one goes right. Right here. This one switched it out with this one. Okay, good. This one's gonna get switched out with one of these, I'm guessing. Yes. There we go. Oh, no, this one goes down here. There we go. And we got all the decal plates in the right area. The gold. Is that right? Yeah, that's right. That's weird looking. That doesn't look right, but that's how it is. Hold on. Yeah, here's the other one. Okay. So sick. Okay, what am I doing here? 4 of these. 4 of the 2x2 plate, 2x1 plates. With the scallop, there we go. With the sigma. Okay, what is going on here in this construction? Calculating. Hold on, I missed something. Yes, I did miss something. Also, you want to see another thing I got for Christmas? Here's a hint. It's another one of my tiny guns to my tiny gun collection. Here it is. I got it right on my desk so I can fidget with it. An M1 Garand. It's so pretty. It's even got the bullets. Yeah. Tiny guns. Woo! The children are awake. Open mind presents. I love those tiny guns. Everyone makes fun of me for them, but I love them. Even the people at the airsoft store, which is where I got a few of them, they had a couple of those tiny guns for sale. And then I came back a couple months later, and I was like, "Where's all the tiny guns? What happened to them? You guys have got the attachments, but where are the tiny guns?" And he's like, "Those fucking guns were the worst investment this company has ever made." Welcome, Kaijus. So I can't get those little guns at my airsoft store anymore. Because they apparently aren't selling. Which is ridiculous, because I'll buy them. Welcome, Kaijus, Mary Chrysler. Okay, this is craziness. These engineers who make these sets are crazy. I will explain to you what I'm seeing here. So, stop lagging. Stop lagging. There you go. So these two panels here are loosely connected right here by this joint, this little circle, that little gray joint you see there. nice and blurry. And it's like, it's a little, you can see it's a little loose. And so they get this piece, this little 1x6, and they just stick it right here. And it's not touching these, but it makes them completely sturdy. Ugh. God, the engineers they got at fucking LEGO are so cool. This has to be the absolute highlight of my winter solstice celebration. The rest of the day has been day drinking, playing with the new puppy, and eating enough shrimp to put a fisherman to shame. That sounds awesome. Also, congrats on the new Christmas puppy. That's awesome and it's so exciting. I've been cat-pilled for most of my life, but like, as of recently, I've been like, man, I really want to come up to a big old dog and just rub their face around with both of my hands and just like make them go. You can't do that with a cat. I mean, you can. My cats love it when I get both of my hands and just squeeze their face. But they don't get excited. They just start purring and then they fall asleep because my hands are warm. But I like, dogs are great because they match your energy. I used to have this one dog, a border collie. No, not a border collie. I did have a border collie once, but my first dog was a Sheltie. His name was Tracker. Best name for a dog ever. And not only did he have the best name, but he was the best dog ever. He was the best fucking dog ever. My dad would always, I had him when I was in elementary to very early middle school. My dad, so we were all living at home together, me, my sister, my mom and stuff, and my dad. And my dad would always lay on the ground to like stretch his back, and Tracker would always get excited when he did this because whenever my dad lay on his back, Tracker would come up and start nipping at his face, and my dad would literally just grab him and flip him over on top of him and roll him around and go bleh, bleh. Tracker loved that shit. He loved wrestling. That's another positive of dogs is wrestling. She's so adorable. She has bitten my arm enough where it looks like I look like a zebra, but the day drinking has been accompanied. Oh, by homophobia. Great. Wonderful. Wonderful homophobia. By wonderful, I mean terrible. I'm very sorry. I hate family sometimes. Okay, let's restart the program. It seems like we're lagging. It's truly the homophobia. So we're filling out these side panels now. Move this closer to what I'm doing. Wonderful. Every time I move the camera, it makes my computer or my webcam go. What set are we building? We are building the lunar lander. It's in the thumbnail. We're building that. There you go. We're building this because I already have the ISS built. I dropped a fucking piece. Hold on. Oh, classic one. There it is. Got it. Also, I got a Christmas hat on. There you go. punching out these panels. Yeah, hell yeah, I love the moon. Big fan of the moon. Next. Ooh, we get to put on all the golden pieces now. Fun. Right. Building out the golden plates. The golden spatula. Stop being frozen. Thank you. These golden parts are really cool, honestly. Gold grommet. I'll probably build all of my sets on stream. This first one is a bit of a test run. I already can tell where some improvements can be made. But also, I have a ton of Lego sets. Like I said, I got a bunch of Star Wars. I have a bunch of the... There was like a line of like buildings they made. There was like a diner and like an apartment complex. There's a couple other ones. A fishing house. Those buildings, those are my favorite probably of like all time to build, the Lego. I wish I knew what they were called. They're UCS sets. One just called, I think there's one just called the Diner. There's another one called like Assembly Square. I find it quite simple. You funny. Bit cheeky, innit? Instructions are right there. He's got a point. He's got a point, ladies and gentlemen. I'm making a big donut here. In it, bruv. Yeah, excuse me for some... I know you're a bloke, so excuse me for just dipping in and out of a terrible British accent sometimes. I like doing it. Y'all sound funny over there, he. Don't worry, I'm aware that us Texans sound funny too. Alright, I think that's all the gold species. Yeah. Look at that. Look like gold bars, baby. We're rich. Cool. Ooh, we're making the landing gear now. This is gonna be fun. This is cool. This is when everything starts when everything starts like coming together and coming alive. I feel like a fucking idiot for not realizing it till now. What, that I'm a Texan or some shit? Or that you blokes sound kind of funny. Landing gear. Come on. Where the fuck is this? Scanning. Scanning. There it is. Bing, bing, boom, boom, bing, bing, boom, 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 boom. Didn't realize I was from Texas. I am from Texas. I no longer live in Texas. Thank God. I talk a lot of mad shit about Texas, to be honest. It deserves it. But at the same time, whenever I see Texas in media, I'm always like, yeah, Texas mention! For some reason, I thought you were from somewhere closer north. You're only thinking that because I'm liberal. If you're a true American, you would notice the way I say fire and wire. Or just listen to me get frustrated at a video game for more than 2 seconds and then my fucking southern slips out. Woo, Texas! Texas mission! Fuck Texas. Landing, yeah. Dear God. Dear God, you Texans are everywhere. All of us Texans are no longer in Texas because Texas sucks. 90% of Texas sucks. The cities like Austin and Dallas don't suck. No, Dallas is still pretty shitty. Every time I go to Dallas, I like to point out the most dangerous McDonald's in the entire country, where, like, the most arrests and crimes per McDonald's happen at that McDonald's in Dallas. Okay. 3 of them down. You used to live in knife capital of the UK, and I just exchanged a gun for a sword in my duel. Yeah. Crazy. Who'd have think when you ban all guns from civilians, stabbings go on the rise. So pick your poison. Sticking these landing delire. Where are we sticking these bad boys? Right here? Right there? Right there? Oh, right there. Oh. Or. What the fuck? start to get about to get a crick. Because I've been looking down. Only downside of fucking Legos. That's what happened. Dude, when I finished the freaking... the UCS Millennium Falcon, it took me like 3 days. I had the sorest neck ever. Ooh, that's nice. Okay, hold on. Look how these are filling out. Such a bad idea. I shouldn't have touched this. Look how these are filling out, though. See? Watch. Filling those holes. Don't take that out of context. Don't even think about it. Look at this. Oh yeah. Dropping. Popping. Locking. Awesome. Bing. Bang. Boom. Yeah. Awesome. Cool. That is looking modularic. Back up, Jack. Mathematical. Oh, I gotta put the big donut in. This Dutch angle we got going on. Here we go. Put the donut in. You ready? Oh, yeah. 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 I gotta make 3 of these landing gears, and then one of them's a little bit different. Stick. Oh. Incorrect. Hold on. Okay. Do one of them and put them in here. One leg. Partially. There we go. guys hear the clicking of me clicking things together? That might be a little satisfying. I hope it's satisfying and not annoying if you can hear them. Time for the feats. Yeah, you can hear him? Okay, good. I'm glad you can hear the Lego clicking. On there. Dropping shit. Leggy. Leggy. Leg. Okay. Satisfying indeed. Good, good. Okay, now we stick our legs to the donut. What is this fucking Dutch angle? Other way. That's fine. Okay, we do... Okay, how do we do this? Oh, this. Stick it on. Oh! Look at that. Is that right? Am I doing this right? I don't think I'm doing this right. Did I connect that right? Oh, it says don't connect these yet. Whatever. Gotta disconnect these real quick because I got a little too hasty. Leggy 2. Leggy 3. And now we're building the fourth one, which I think is different because it has a camera on it. This is honestly so much fun to build after watching For All Mankind, all 4 seasons. Highly recommend that stupid soap opera show. Unfortunately, it's only on Apple. It's a alt history where the space race never ended. Ow, my brain! Not good. Oh, I'm not missing an important piece. I'm just a freaking goofball. This one, it doesn't have a camera on it. It's got some kind of plaque. So I'm sure is actually on the Lunar Lander. Because I'm pretty sure when the Lunar Lander takes off, this module stays behind. Yeah, when they leave this... Okay, yeah. I'm just thinking. Get in there. Focus. Beautiful. Feet. Feature tool. we stick these leggies on. Show you what I'm trying to do. Boop, 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 beep. Cool. Now we put the supports. Focus. There we go. Motherfucker. Wish I had a special camera that could zoom into the interesting shit that I was doing. Looks like I'll just have to hire a cameraman. Cool. My neck is fucking killing me. Time to sit up. Oh! Come on. Okay, 3 of them in place. Alright. Look at that. Coming along. We got leggies. Pretty cool. Time for a ladder. Click. Where does this thing go? Which side does this ladder go on? Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Goes on this side. Oh, it goes on over the plaque. That's interesting. Wonder why. Ladder. Looks cool. Now we're making a rocket. Or a thruster, not a rocket. Oy. God damn it. Drop one. Thruster. Oh, did I do this the wrong direction? I did. Oh, I did. There we go. Flippy. Awesome. We got a thruster. Looking sick. Oh, this thing needs to go somewhere. It goes right here. For some reason. Don't know what that's supposed to be. But now we got a little penis.
4 little doohickeys that are sticking off of it. I wonder what these are supposed to be. Like, are these thrusters, maybe? Some little air propulsion thrusters? They go right here. Not that way. Fuck. Immediately messed it up. These also could be floodlights, maybe. Oh, I bet you these are for... maybe not. I don't know. Okay. Cool. Right. Next. Now we're making the actual habitation capsule. Where the knots live. This is some Lego building music if I've ever heard some. Bing bong boom. Cool. Got this. Ah. Structure. Round? Yes, it is. I love it when Lego does this. Do that. Oh, that is so sick and satisfying. So cool. Okay, we set this aside now. Make something, we work on something else. Stick this right here. Not sure what we're making yet. Console. Yes, this is another section where decals are important. Look how horribly I placed that decal when I first built it. Look how crooked that shit is. That's fucking unacceptable. I hate doing decals. Doing decals on like models and stuff is always my least favorite thing to do. Okay, so if we're editing some kind of console, then this is going to be on the inside of the ship. Interesting. Love to see where this goes. Let's read on. That aside and something else. Two of these newts. That. microphone. Okay. Ow, bark. Put that on here. Yes. 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 Stanleys here. Okay. What's next, Mr. Lego? Got two little grippers here. Give me something. No. Speed running. Get on there. Get on there. What am I making, man? Oh, just here for the ride. Oh, god damn, I gotta do it twice? Jesus. Okay. Why can't everything just be made out of Legos, you know? I gotta stop doing that. I gotta stop doing that. Bedtime. Okay, and that goes right here. Right here, you say? Wow. Crazy. L for you. This stream is brought to you by Coca-Cola. I wish this stream was brought to you by Coca-Cola. I don't give a fuck about their... I don't give a fuck if they're making AI ads as long as they give me a big paycheck. I do care, that shit's awful. Meanwhile, France has just made this amazing, like, anime animated Eat Healthy commercial with like a super cute animated dog. Has anybody seen that commercial? That commercial's awesome. Hello? Aha. This will do. Whoa. Yellow. This thingy again. I'm not straining myself putting these Legos together. Don't listen to that. Trust me, I'm very strong and dexterous. I never realized how shaky my hands are until I started doing these little Lego builds and also especially model building. I'm really bad at model building. I love it though. I need to get really good at painting. My dad, oh man, me and my dad, we build models together usually whenever I visit. He's so damn good at models. He knows how to make them fucking look so real. Especially when it comes to the paint. He was building a tank the last time I was over there. And like, he did this thing where, this is something I don't know. You got a hairdryer? Fuck yeah! Thanks, Santa. But my dad can do this thing when he or when he's painting is where like, oh, this is the underside of the tank. That means it needs to have a grime layer, a dirt layer, and then 3 other layers to make it look like it's dirty. I don't know how he does those layering things. How does he predict how something's gonna look on top of another thing? That's a skill I've yet to master. I did mess up this, however. I got the wrong flats. Calculating. Is it right? It is. Yes. These on here. Put the little grippers on here. The grippers. The grippers. Fucking out of here. I want to play some fucking video games. I think building with you guys is a fun time. Yeah, it's awesome. The only sucky part about doing models with my dad is he's always better. And I look over and I'm like, He's more patient. He's way more patient than I am, of course. So I, like, finish mine an hour early, and then, like, an hour after I'm done, I see he can finally put it together, and I'm like, whoa, whoa. My dad's always. That's because he grew up in, like, the 80s and 70s when Lego wasn't a thing. It was like, if you like building little things, you got a model. You got a scale model. So far, we're not missing any pieces. Any pieces that I've said I'm missing, I've run into later. Oh man, did I just fucking jinx myself? Mayhaps. I may have just jinxed myself. So I found this piece, which is supposed to go right there on that red bit right there. Oh, this fucking song. I hate this goddamn song. See if I can fit, which I was supposed to put this in way earlier. Fuck. Crap. There you go. Surgery time. Oh fuck, I broke it. It's fine, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. Which is possibly in this last bucket. So I'm going to go ahead and dump this bucket out. If it's not in this bucket, then we're screwed. There it is. Beep, 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 beep. Beep, 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 boop, beep, boop. Now I got two goo guys. So this is the frame of the caps. Ooh, that looks like it already. That's cool. Uh-huh. Got the little controls in there, that's nice. Cool. Set that to the side. We are on the final steps. Oh, sick. What happened? What did I break? I broke something. Yay! Okay. Make some radars and other doodads. Little gripper. Put that gripper on here. Little radar dish. Love it. Get the fuck in there. Yeah. Oh no, I had it right. I'm silly. Silly Billy. I'm silly Billy. Does anybody know what that's from? It's from the Rainbow Sponge Lady. That classic fucking meme. Where she's like, this girl's getting so excited about these rainbow brushes she's got for these sponges. When she gets really excited, she's like trying. She's like trying to control herself. And she goes, breathing heavy. Oh god, I love the Rainbow Sponge Lady. So there's these two little bing bongs right here and right here on this side of the capsule, and this one is slightly taller than the other. Or this one is slightly taller than the other, so I'm trying to figure out what those would be on the actual ship. Maybe like a storage unit or something. I don't know. Bum, 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 bum. Got jowls. Yeah, see, one side's bigger than the other, so I wonder what this was. Okay, flip it over. Little rockets. Get on there. Rocket. Off center. Good job. Why the fuck am I having such a hard time with this? There we go. Rocket. Next. Time for the side panels. up something once again. It's out of here. Almost got it. Ow. Yes. Kind of sort of retracing my steps here. And we stuck this in here, right? Oh, right. What's going on? Why are you the way that you are? Oh, that's why. I hope that's why. Nope, I fucked it up. Don't do what I'm doing. Using my teeth to pull out Lego parts. Let's go back. Nice. I really fucked this one up. Sorry, not. Don't be like me. One more time, but this time, I think I got it. Yes, it's fucked. Okay. Much better. Okay. There we go. Awesome. Again. Now we can go back to where we were. Here, some kind of windshield, I think. head over. Sticky. Blicky. And then the chicky. You know what I'm saying?
Picking up what I'm throwing down?
These tiny little bing bongs here. Look at that tiny little ass piece. Windshield. Okay. Am I stupid? I'm stupid. Ah, okay. Moving on to the next. One of them. Click. Where you are, you little vent piece. One studded 1x2 plates. There it is. That goes right her in front of the windshield for some reason. I guess that goes to show you how little
Windshield they had to work with on that capsule. Yeah, they'll only be seeing out like right here, which
kind of sounds accurate. Console. Something I always forget about, which always amazes me every single time, is that those Mars rovers, the rovers in general, not just the Mars ones, those things are fucking enormous.
like they look like they'd be like the size of a dog, but they're like the size of a building.
Those rovers. Like, maybe not a building, but like, they're the size of a living room, a family living room. They're huge. And you can never get the sense of scale right, because they're, you know, in alien worlds. That is something I kind of wish I could experience once in my life. I'm never going to. Going to a place and knowing you're the first one there, that is something I dream of feeling.
The Mars rover shares a birthday with one of my parents. That's cool.
There was a really, really, really good documentary I watched on, I think it was Amazon. I think it was called like Goodnight Oppie or something. Or Goodbye Oppie, something like that. I think it was Oppie. Yeah, Oppie. And it was about the Mars Opportunity rover and its journey across, Mars. But the thing about it that's cool about this documentary is that it's not really just about that. It's about how the scientists at NASA, when they work with these rovers, and it happens like every single time, not just with this one robot called Opportunity, which they nicknamed Oppie, which is super cute. Yeah, it sings happy birthday when its birthday comes. Yep, it's so cute. the documentary is also about how all of the scientists can't help but anthropomorphize and like care for these robots, like giving it a name, making it sing its birthday. Really, really cool thing to go into. Okay, what am I missing? Oh, I'm missing this. I just love those. The videos of all the scientists jumping up at the same time in the NASA Control Center when their shit goes right, when things work, and like, I love that. I love that stuff. Little switches. Bubbas go here.
Why do we have a cabinet in here?
Let me stick the top on home. Awesome. Okay. Craziness. Click, clack.
Listen to this one. Oh yeah, that's the good stuff. How about this one? Yeah. How about this one? Listen to this one. Oh yeah. Let's do it again. You ready?
Love it.
Hello. Hello, Killian. Epic Killy. Can't stay for long, but how is everyone?
Everyone's great. We're all awesome. Thank you for showing up. What have I done? I've done something wrong. No, I haven't. I've done something wrong. I've not done something wrong. I'm a gamer. Brain stimulated. Heck yeah. And this mother trucker goes right here. Oh, look at this. Look at this.
So we got the little boo-balls here. And we've got the little goo-gaws right there. I'm gay. There we go. Oh my god, look at that. Look at that.
It's really cool. So now you can fucking easily pop it off and look inside. It's crazy. I love the thought process of making. I'd love to see how they think about what parts are easily disconnectable, so you can look at the inside. You can kind of look at the cockpit too. Pretty cool. Watching this while hiding in the toilet. Good. Hide away. Sometimes we need a quiet room, even more around the people we love. Okay. Last module and we're done.
Can we
finish this before the... Oh, no, the RuneScape video has already ended. Damn. I was like, can we finish this before the playlist is over? But it's already gone into another one. I know for a fucking fact that it's gonna get demonetized for the fucking 5 minutes of Christmas music I played at the beginning. Okay, we're doing that. We're doing that. You got a Lego creeper? Fuck yeah. Isn't that the big one you gotta build? I want the big Lego creeper. I cannot buy any Legos though. One, I refuse, and two, I don't have the display for it. But once, once we get the displays, we're gonna have more Lego building streams. You just fucking wait. And I'll have my camera figured out better. It's honestly not that bad if, you know, it's not lagging. It was really bad at some points. Oh, we're gonna be done with this in no time. This is all big pieces. Very kind of got a turquoise electric guitar. That sounds so cool. Very awesome. Very cool. Very swag. Okay. Big fucking hollow box we're making. This is just the butt. The butt of the capsule. We are so Goram close, as they would say in the hit TV show Firefly. Where the fuck? I'm fucking missing a piece. For real this time. Okay, whatever. Maybe I dropped it somewhere. Whatever. Luckily, it's not a very structurally important piece. Merry Christmas, everyone! Thank you for showing up, Epic Kill, even if it was just for a little bit. I appreciate that. Always glad to see ya. Love Lego. Making the little airburst jets for controlling in space. Okay. What am I missing here? Something I missed here. These pieces. I missed something. Oh well. Alright, stick this on. Awesome. The final touches. You ready? Here we go. Okay, how does this get on here? Oh, easy. Hold on, I'm gonna do it on the camera. Motherfucker. Bam. Okay. We are done. There's me. Haha, you didn't get to see me because it was lagging. Haha. There it is. Yay. Man. There we go. Look at that. Now focus, please. Thank you. Yay. Pretty cool. Let's do this. Pop this out. Is this even on? Yes, it is. Take his ass out. And we'll put this extra guy inside, doing stuff. Oh, yeah. Look at that. Whoa. It's Alexand. Welcome to the end of the stream, unfortunately. You're going back in there, bruv. And you're never coming out again. I hope you're happy. Hold on a minute. I think I figured out where the last pieces I've missed are. Go. Fucking remove this. Get out of here. Okay. Oh, I can't plug those holes up. Damn. Maybe I can. No, I can't. Okay. Whatever. Looking Lego-licious. It's so true. Alright, let's put this back together. I can't fix this. The man. Imprison the man. Oh, wait, no, this is on backwards, isn't it? Its head's on backwards. Come on. Is this Half-Life? No, unfortunately not. There we go. Sick. Done and done. So that means this is the front, then this needs to go like that. Died by broken toe. Hello? Alright. That's it, y'all. Legoed. Built. Alright. Well. That's where I'm gonna call it then. Thank you guys for showing up. Streams will be back to normal on Monday. We're going to do a Warhammer stream. We're going to be building another little set to 3D print. And then we're going to play some Dark Tide, y'all. That's going to be fun. Thanks, everybody, for showing up. Especially on Christmas. I know you guys are busy, but I thought maybe I could, you know, maybe catch you guys after opening presents, but whatever, it's been fun. Hell yeah, can't wait to war my hammer 40,000 times. Yeah. I'm trying to get through the first 39,999 Warhammers, and then we're going to get to 40k, but we'll get there. Alright, y'all, I'm gonna log off. That was an awesome stream. My camera will get better as soon as I figure out how to USB connect it instead of Wi-Fi. Add a joy to your day. I'm so happy. That makes me happy. Makes my heart full. But yeah, okay. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Maybe donate to my Ko-Fi. Or to the stream before it ends, which is going to be in like 30 seconds. Yeah. See you guys Monday.
Thank you again. Merry Christmas. Happy Schmolidays. I hope everything is chill for everybody. Is the new year going to be happening whenever I'm back on Monday? Let me see. No. It's not even going to be 2026 by the time I get back. Okay. Cool. So I don't have to wish you guys a Happy New Year just yet. We'll do that. We'll do that on Monday. Or on Wednesday. Alright, y'all. I'm logging off. I will catch you on the flippity flip. Peace out.